Something happened yesterday that I want us to talk about. I went to the market yesterday to buy things. Two women were in a very deep conversation. One of the women selling stockfish and the other one was selling vegetable. With their umbrella that they use in covering their table. So the one selling vegetable was telling the stockfish own that she's expecting, by the special grace of God, that she's hoping for 15,400 naira to one debt like that her child talked about from school. So that is really her plans for today. If God can give her 15,400 so that she can pay that debt, the child's fee, that she'll be very happy. So while they were discussing, the mommy selling stockfish then said to her that the God that did it for her will also do it for the vegetable woman too. That it is still a mystery to her till date how she was able to sort the bills of her child, how she was able to train her daughter in the university. That till today, anytime she thinks about it, she remembers that she actually single-handedly did this, that it encourages her and lets her know that there is nothing God cannot do. So while she was even saying it, this now I'm telling you, the three of us started crying in the market. She continued by saying that she remember those years, that throughout the 4 years that her daughter was in university, that she never bought anything new for herself. That throughout those 4 years, that she's always selling this, selling that, selling this and that to make sure that her daughter graduates from school. Which now brings me to this big question. Why does it seem to me like children these days no longer takes care of their parents? Why does it seem to me now like parents will suffer to give in their everything for their children to be okay, for their children to attain those things that they could not attain by themselves? But along the line, when it is now time for these children to take care of their parents, you no longer see these children anywhere. I have actually started advising people as a parent, I am telling you this from experience, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, training your child is good, but always have a reserve for yourself, because from what is happening these days, it doesn't always go the way we plan them. You will discover in a family that has 10 people in them, 8 people in them, 6 people in them. On a norm, if your parents, if their issue should be, let's say like 100,000 naira, 100,000 naira divided by 6 people, 100,000 naira divided, even if you people contribute 15,000, there will be excess on it. You see, which is how it is supposed to be. But you discover that these days, children these days no longer have the mind to help their parents. They no longer have the mind to give their parents. You will see somebody doing very well, a child doing extremely well, but the parents of the said person, the parents of this said adult, like they are still struggling like when their children was still under their roof, when they were feeding them. I was thinking before, in the past years, it used to be after when parents are done training their children, then the parents will now relax a bit. For their children, on the other hand, the ones that went to school, they get a job. The ones that are into business, things start happening. They can now be giving their parents little for them to at least ease the pressure that they've been through all their life or since their existence. But these days, immediately you get a good job, immediately you're succeeding, your parents now become your number one enemy. As a man, you are ready to spend thousands or millions to impress a lady that doesn't know you from anywhere. But the people that saw you through, the people that sold their wrapper, the people that sold their jewelry, the people that that did not feed, that slept hungry to make sure that you listening to me is okay, they no longer matter in your life. They are now irrelevant in your life. I don't know how this is making. I don't know. I don't know if this is making sense to you. If you're a person and you're very lucky to still have your parents alive till date, make amends. Make amends. I tell people, not be everything that they do just put. Exact hand you're like the same way you're treating your parents, that is exactly the same way your children will treat you. It is exactly the same way your children will treat you. No two ways about this. But funny enough, when all these things start unfolding, una no come dey remember where una problem take start. If there is somebody you've had any sort of form of issues with before, you will not say, the person they have used just to remove the face of your children from you and all of that. Now those ones now will come dey hear. We no go hear the genesis of wetin really happen. Ogologo, good afternoon. No? We no go hear genesis of wetin really happen. As a person, treat your parents rightly. Treat your parents with love. Even if they have everything. Even if they have everything. Nothing gives parents joy than the fact that this their child on their own stayed and bought slippers for them. They treat that slippers with so much love. They know they combine them with the ones where they wear anyhow. No matter how little that slippers is, that is the little you can do for them. That is the little you can do for them. Just imagine, put yourself in their shoes. If you were the one, how will you feel after investing everything you have? Think twice. Always look before you leap. If you know how to pound, you pound inside the mortar.